Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome to today's call. My name is Rhonda Swan. If you don't know me already, I am the unstoppable mama of the Unstoppable family. Also the CEO and founder of the Unstoppable Branding Agency, where we are a complete brand solution and we help our clients create sexy brands and turn them into profit-making machines. That's what I do. But I'm really excited about today because today is a really cool special masterclass, as if you will. It's intended for our influencer secrets group. So if you are inside of our influencer secrets group, welcome, congratulations. We're really excited to have you guys here, and also our growth campaign group as well. You'll be included in there as well, and our inner circle members. So super excited today. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through today a lot of so you can understand how things are going to work, not only within this group, if you're inside of the Influencer Secrets product and watching all of our recordings. How things are going to work is we're going to go live, or have a live training every other week, not only inside the group, it's also going to be part of our recording archives. And we are going to be bringing influencers in all different spaces on social media, not only helping you understand how to grow your impact and your influence, but build your brand in a more connected, super awesome way, and so that you can leave a better impact on the world. And so we're gonna have a lot of topics, of course. In this group, it's truly about influence, right? So we're leveraging social media, we're leveraging our gifts, and how to really impact and utilize these platforms better, right? That's the objective, is how to actually use the platform. So today's topic is going to be highlighted directly around Instagram and, of course, leveraging your influence on Instagram. So if you are not actually part of our Influencer Secrets group, you'll be invited to be able to join us inside of there. It's a really special opportunity that we just recently released. So for those of you guys that are here, make sure that you've got your notes out today, because I have a really special guest who's going to be joining us momentarily. If many of you don't know, we're going to mark this day and time on March 14th or 13th in the USA. There was a big internet shutdown, meaning there was something's taken place on all social platforms. Everything was shut down for about the last 12 to 24 hours. So we're going to see how it works for us to have this recording. But I wanted to say the date because it's going to mark probably as one of the biggest. They think that there was an infiltration of the internet. So it's an interesting one to say. But nonetheless, it's great to have you guys here. So this is what we're going to do. I want to kind of walk everyone understanding, because this is the first call that we're doing for Influencer Secrets, and I'm going to show you what we're all about, and kind of how to leverage it. So first off, if you're not part of the Influencer Secrets group, this is where it is, but of course it's not actually loading. So we do have a Influencer Secrets Facebook group. There we go. Excellent. Now I'm showing you this because there's some ways that we're leveraging this group right now. All right. And it's really important because when you're building not only your influence, especially on Instagram, is having engagement and reach, right? And comments is a massive impact on your account. So what we've actually done in here, not only are you going to be getting a great network of incredible humans to be part of and to grow with, but we're also created a syndication group. And let's see if it pulls up. It doesn't look like it's pulling up today. And there's a syndication group. And what we do in here is, that's where when you have, let's say, a Instagram post, you come inside, you drop your new post, and everyone inside of this group is actually going to comment, follow you, comment, and like on each of your posts. Now, there's a vital reason why we do this. Now, right now, if you guys are influencers already, because inside of this group there's a lot of influencers, this part may seem a little bit basic or boring, but I'm telling you, there is having your engagement and your reach grows when you have others that are commenting, right? That's what helps grow your influence, right? So the more comments, engagement, reach you have, of course, the bigger and better your account is. And I'm going to go through some statistics so you guys can understand it, it makes a big difference, right? So and it also, if you are building a business, utilizing Instagram, being able to have comments is a massive impact on how people view you. Oddly enough, our position makes a mad difference, right, of how we are viewed and perceived and how our brands are perceived. So if we're newly growing or leveraging, let's say, the Instagram platform, and we have barely any likes or comments, you are negatively affected, not only by growing, utilizing hashtags, or even connecting with other people. You're not going to get the followers in the beginning unless you have that influence and that impact. So we also are going to show you guys how we can help you not only organically, but also help you grow your account so that you immediately are visualized and seen as the authority and have a higher level of position. So the group that we created is really special. It's going to start growing rapidly, and you're going to have influencers inside of that group and other accounts that are going to be commenting and liking on your post, right? So that gives you that foundation. All right, so this is why we started this one, because we realized as we've been growing and building our businesses online for the last 13 years using social platforms, Instagram was one that we really started to deeply recently tap into. And there's special ways that you need to utilize Instagram in order to have that impact. And so we created this group just for that. So if you want to be in that group, there are some special criteria that you have to hit or meet in order to join us. And that would mean, one is you're either in our inner circle, you're part of our growth campaign, meaning we are working for you as a client on building your growth for your Instagram, or you're one of our inner circle members, or you're someone that actually joined this group and the Influencer Secrets product. So we'll let you know how you can do that if you're not quite on there yet. So, okay, so this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you guys a few things. I'm just going to start ticking off some boxes so we can go rapidly through this. Now, what we also have, every 2 weeks, this group is actually going to have a call. Every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, every Thursday, I'm sorry, it should be every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It says on that post, it's actually the wrong date, is you're going to have a special training. Okay, and like I mentioned, we're bringing influencers, specialists, experts in not only all social media realms, but anything that can help you build your influence. And publications, we've got a lot of authors, we've got social media from Facebook, of course, and Instagram. We're going to talk about contests, how to run things. And that's going to happen every other Wednesday, and you guys will be notified. Now, if you are part of this group already, you already have this book. Now, this book is a complete how to use Instagram guide. I mean, a complete. There are 13 different modules in here that actually walk you through how to leverage and grow your effectiveness using Instagram. Now, this is a 260-page step-by-step manual. This is exactly what we leverage and utilize for our high-level clients when we're helping them build their platforms. I mean, you will be able to see exactly. I'm going to walk you through some of it today, but if you are in and you meet the criteria to be in this group, you will have access to this. Now, this is a private guide that is used for clients like the Ritz-Carlton. It's being used, by clients, high-level clients that are having their accounts being run by our companies, but specifically showing you guys how to really leverage and use Instagram. I mean, it's a vital piece in your puzzle. So if you do get access to this book because you qualify, please make sure, we have to have a guarantee that there will be no sharing of this book whatsoever. It is password protected. So you guys, I need to make sure that we have all of our agreements. Can I Can I get everyone's agreement right now, whether you're watching this recording, whether you're in the private suite room or you're in the group, every one of us have agreed that if you get access right now to this book, it is literally a step-by-step manual. People pay thousands of dollars just to get this manual alone, but because you have invested in your future and your business, we're giving it to all of you. So that means protect it, right? Protect the space of this book because you've paid for it. And you're going to be really happy with what you're going to see. Okay, so all right, great. Got great alliance and alignment with that one. Okay, so what I'd like for everyone to do is I want you to put yourself in a space of, not only imagination, but when you become, if you're running your business as a business owner, right? You're using Instagram as a business owner or as an influencer. I'd like to know who is using your platforms for business, or if you're using them more so for influence and impact. Now, I'm going to differentiate the difference between the two of them. If you're using it for your business, it's like lead generation, right? If you're using it for just influence, meaning you want to use your social impact as your currency. Now, the difference is what happens is that the influencer market is growing a lot, isn't it? And if many of you guys watch it, influencer marketing is probably one of the biggest and the best ways that people are growing their businesses, because they're not only now using, but they're starting to reach out to other businesses, because once you learn social media techniques and strategies, now what happens? Your influence not only allows you to travel, let's say, for free, and I'm guaranteeing some people you're going to get free travel stays based on the influence that we help you and show you how to create. But then you're also now can turn it into a business, right? Like personally, we run a branding agency, so we use these platforms not only to inspire, but to grow our business and to find the right people. Because if my numbers are great and people are watching what I'm doing, there you go, you're building a business. So I want you to just kind of think about what would be your intention for using the platforms. So I'm going to give you a little stats to start with. Most of us know this, but it's really important to know. Of course, Facebook still is in the billions, and YouTube is the second search engine. But this is the great thing. Instagram right now, I don't know how many of you, but I'm seeing it in my business. I'm seeing more people moving to Instagram than they were using Facebook. And I will be the first to say that I've become so much more active on Instagram in stories and on my Instagram postings than I have been on Facebook, because Facebook is a lot of noise, but in Instagram it's micro bits of content, and this is now where the world is shifting. So right now, if you haven't considered starting to look at using Instagram, this is your time. Now, like I mentioned, these were last minute slides put together because my intention was to actually just go live, but because of this internet situation, we might have some drama. So I'm going to start here and then I'm going to open up and see if I can go live. Okay, now there's two different ways that we're going to look at your accounts, and I'm going to kind of go through the basics from the start, and then we're going to start building upon this. We're going to really dig into strategies. There's two ways that you're building your account. One is original content versus curated content. Original means it's your epic images, like your images that you created, you've taken, personal images, travel images, whatever that might be. And the other is curated. It means it's other people's epic images. So when you are building your account, you want to decide, are you building this one specifically as personal, or are you building a niche account? That's typically how you work it. It could be a brand, right? You could be a personal account, or are you building a niche account? Now, in niche accounts, many times you can use curated content, right? Where you're taking someone else's content. And that's probably one of the biggest and best ways for people, especially in the travel niche, have started building onto their own personal content, because they are using other people's stuff. So if you notice, most of the big travel, Instagram accounts are actually, they've just got other people's stuff. Now, if you're using it as a personal brand or you're building your own personal business, obviously you need to have your own. But this is the deal right now. We have to have thumb stopper, so write this down. Thumb stopper, epic content. Thumb stopper. Now, I know every one of us knows the difference between thumb stopper content, don't we? We do know the difference because it's what makes you stop and it makes you click on to someone else's profile or look at their stuff. It helps you read it. You've got to be totally aware of what is thumb stopper content, because now your content will be looked upon, right? And you need to start looking at your own content and asking yourself, I'm going to try to see if this will let me go live. You've got to ask yourself, is my content thumb stopper? Okay, let me go. I'm going to see if I can go over here, right? Does anyone else, have you seen the difference? Yeah? You guys seen the difference between content that you're like, oh my God, this is epic, to content where you're like, okay, that looks like garbage? Because this is the thing. In Influencer Secrets, you are becoming an influencer. You are doing things differently. So you have to agree, if we're going to teach you, you have to start caring about the content that you're posting. You get that? So, all right, so this is my account. This was already open. So here's my account. Now, my account used to be crappy. I'm going to show you guys, see if it can pull up. I didn't have thumb stopper content before. I run a personal account, and mine is all based on me personally, but me as the business coach, right, as the influencer. But back in the day, my content wasn't so great. I was posting random images. My grid didn't look great, right? And I was doing a bunch of these type of images. But look, how many of you really care about this kind of stuff? It's text content is losing all of its luster, right? We did this for quite some time before. People were loving text and quotes. But what do we really like to look at? Now, look at the difference between this image here and this image here. Now, yeah, it might give some inspiration, but are you going to really be willing to like it and reply? Or would you be more so willing to look at this and like it, reply, find out the location it's in, right, and comment? This is what social media and Instagram is doing. Now, look, boring, Rhonda, right? I'm showing you guys, I'm being honest, boring. This was giving inspirational content, but no one was liking. Now, I was growing my account because I was speaking and I was inviting people to like my stuff. But do you see the difference? Now, watch what starts to happen when I actually started taking my account seriously. And that's most recently. It started to use high profile now images, high quality images, high quality film, right? Images that create a thumb stop. But it's not just the image, it's also the text, it's the content behind it. So I'm going to show you a couple things, right? Now look at this. Here we go. You'll see this. I got 1,400 likes on this image. Now I'm just showing you guys to get you an example for you to start going, man, am I using my personal images? Is it thumb stopper content? Is it something that people will want to actually like? Otherwise, you're wasting your time, right? We waste our time this is why we do photo shoots, why we start building our accounts this way, because you got to start now thinking about making killer content. So look at this one. This one was great, but look at that one. That was amazing, right? Now I'm a speaker, so of course I'm getting more leverage content in my images because these are people now that want my stuff. But I want you to start just thinking about it. Now, there's a lot of platforms and a lot of ways. I'm going to talk to you about IGTV. We have time today. But I want you to start asking yourself, is what I'm posting what people actually want to look at, right? And if it's not, sometimes in the beginning, we look at curating content to utilize. There's nothing wrong with curating or using epic content that matches what you're talking about to create that interest, okay? Now, you guys know my daughter, of course. If you don't follow her, she is a fashion brand. So I'm going to go through in a minute how to do bios, but I wanted to hit epic content first so that you're already looking like, wow, is this incredible content? Because I tell you, Instagram right now, the things that all of us are doing, we're in different niches. You can start finding and using the keywords and the hashtags that will connect to your brand and you become exclusively yours. I'm going to show you how you start ranking and selecting keywords. But first, we have to look at the difference between what's epic content and what's not so epic content. Okay, can we all understand and agree that probably a lot of us have been posting not so epic content? I know, don't worry, because I did the same thing. And now we're getting serious about it. And this is why. Because people are moving away from Facebook when it comes to just being intrigued or being inspired or looking for someone. They're using hashtags and they're using Instagram for finding you. Okay, so we're going to start branching out our marketing strategy, especially as a business owner, and utilizing Facebook for, like I put here, Facebook for your talk show and how you're connecting to people. But Instagram is for your news updates. It's for your flash information, and that's what people are looking for. And then they start looking for more for you. All right, you guys getting that? Okay, so this is what I'm going to go through. I'm going to start actually breaking down some step-by-steps here and hitting some of the basics. And then Michael's going to actually join us pretty soon because he's going to talk about contests. We're excited to have him join us as a guest. Okay, so this is a start. I know it seems basic, but we have to start here. Name, bio, layout, and of course, selecting keywords. Now, when you're creating your bio, make sure you guys can see this, all right? You guys with me here? I want to make sure everyone is with me. Okay. All right. So from the start, your name matters, right? You have to have an optimal profile name. Now, this is what's really special, and this is where I'm going to start giving you some hacks and some keywords. If you are running, let's say, a local business, okay? Let's say you're local in your area, right? Wherever your region is, or Bali, or you're a traveler, or you live here. If you're using in your profile name, let's say, for instance, this one on the top left is Jewelry Expert Sydney. In your bio, you want to write what it is you do. It's because people are now searching, if they're looking for jewelry or they're looking for something in Australia, they're using these keywords, and your profile will actually pull up first. So if you have a specialty, like for instance, you might be a business coach. You might be, for instance, for mine, I'm a brand strategist. I'm a speaker, a motivational speaker. You type in and put in your bio what it is specifically that you do, so that now people are starting to search for specifics. You will pull up first. The diva around our name is pretty much anti. People are not just searching for your name unless they want to find you. So this is how we're going to start, right, building our influence and growing our own personal accounts, because most people are not searching your name. But they could be searching for you as, let's say, a relationships counselor, or as a men's business coach, or as like my husband's instance, he's a surfer, right? Influencing surfers, or university travel university. There's things that you need to put in your bio. So for instance, this one, and the geos are the best. If you run a local business, they're the best. Jewelry Expert Sydney. Antonio World Photography. You see how they put Antonio, which is the optimizing their niche word and their location. Okay. On the right-hand side, utilizing Travel World Nature Blog. You see how they're putting in right in their very first description as their name in their bio as exactly the keywords. Okay. Most people don't do this, but it's a really big one to make sure that you're capitalizing on. Next. Okay, this is when you're writing down your tips, okay? But again, you're gonna get all this in our Instagram guide that we've provided you if you're a member of Influencer Secrets. Number one, it is portrait versus landscape posts, okay? On the left, you're gonna see the dimensions. In the beginning, back when Instagram started, using square images is what they wanted. It has completely shifted. Now, look at the right-hand side. I was going to show you my phone, but it's better to do here. Look at the right-hand side, okay? You can see the difference. What you want to do is you want to be able to cover the profile. You want to cover the timeline, okay? So if you're not selecting and how you do it when you're making a post, now some of you guys know this, and some of you guys are like, this is, I have no idea. I didn't know it in the beginning, so I'm being totally transparent. When you are making a post and you are adding an image, there's a little button on the bottom left-hand side that allows you to either shrink it close or make it profile, okay, portrait, I'm sorry, on the right, portrait. Make everything portrait, okay? Everything is shifting, the dimensions are shifting, and the reason why is because it covers the timeline. See the difference? I see this often. Now if you want epic content, you want to make sure that you're covering all the space. So now what happens? All they see is your image, okay? You will increase your followings and your likes drastically by doing this, okay? Every one of you, okay? Now you can check it. If you go on your own personal account, there's the little profile section there where you're able to actually see what the profiles are and look at the difference, right? Just like you're looking here, look at the difference in that than if it was shorter. okay? So you want to complete that, all right? That's a big one. Next is now, let's look at using specific keywords. This is when I actually put together, I'm gonna pull this off. I'm gonna go over here, yeah, okay. Is using now, I'm gonna check your guys' comments. We've got some people that are leaving comments in here. You guys getting that? Okay, great. Yeah, okay, good, excellent. Oh, can you guys see now?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good. I want to make sure you guys can see me. Now, next is utilizing keywords. Now, if you are building your profile, right? So you want to make sure in your profile, I'm going to go back to this again, is in your profile, you want to be sure that you not only have your name, right? But you also then are using bullet point, using emojis actually works. In the beginning, I thought it was kind of cheesy, but it really does work. So using emojis inside of your bio is a great way to bullet point exactly what you do, and tell them exactly what your account is about, okay? So like for instance, on our accounts, we've got, let me just go live. Let's see if it'll let me go live. This is what the issue that we had with today. All right, let's see if this will pull us live. Okay, let's use Rhonda Swan's account. She is a fashion designer, model, influencer, right, an international speaker. So if you take a look here, we're using those exact keywords here because why? Check this out. Let's see if this will work. What if you are a millennial? What if you're a millennial business coach? Think about this one. Millennial business coach. People are searching this kind of stuff. So if you wrote millennial, like this one, Vanessa's, she's very well known. She's a millennial business coach. And so when people search, they're not searching her name. They're actually searching millennials, and then you will pull up. So it's another hack and another way for you to get up higher in the keywords if they're searching for something, right? So she has a business. So she's running a business, but she's actually a business coach, and she's using millennial because that's her audience. Does that make sense? So if you're using, or you work with men, right? You know, or fly fishing. I know one of our clients, he works in fly fishing, DJ, like a European DJ. Make sure that you have exactly what it is that you guys do, because it's a big difference in whether people are following you or not. All right. So, and you want to make sure too that, let's see here. Let's just go back to Hannah Lay's because she's got such a banging account. So let's just break down the anatomy, right? Top left. Images. Make sure it's a very close-up image. A lot of people are using their business logo. That's great, but make sure it's clear and it doesn't change. People start getting used to your image, just like your Facebook profile image should really rarely change. Your cover can, but your Facebook profile shouldn't, because you want people to identify with you. Now, does anyone know, I'm sure you should, why there's an orange and yellowish ring around her face? It's because she's got stories. Stories on Instagram now are so vitally important, because if somebody likes your thumb stopper content and then they see that you're running a story, your stories are your life. That's what's going on a daily basis. And there's a lot of things that we're going to be able to teach you guys on hashtagging your stories, swipe ups. Once you hit 10,000 followers, you have to do swipe ups. Like for instance, let's see if Hannah Lay's is working, because it wasn't working this morning. Yeah, none of her stories uploaded. Okay, so this is a swipe up actually though. This is one of our her filmmaker. He's got a course. She put that in there. So if you look at, once you get 10,000 followers, you're going to be able to have swipe ups and run ads to your stories. But the thing is with stories, everyone is watching your life. So you give them killer thumb stopper content with great storylines, and you either link them in your bio here, or you bring them, they start looking at your stories. This, guys, is now, stories are taking over on what lives we're doing. People are watching that little micro bits of content from you. And so you always want to make sure you have that ring, right? That you have an active story all the time. So let's give you, for instance, if you're a business coach, because I know there's a lot of business coaches that are working through their Instagram. If you're a business coach, then you start doing your talking or trainings or topics inside of your stories. Tag what the topic is. Now people are watching and engaging in a quick format. Does that make sense? So making sure that you're utilizing that stuff is vital. All right, so your name obviously has to be very simple. If you're a personal brand, always use your personal name. And then keywords in your bio. And then, of course, now really making your bio snapshotable. If you're an influencer, having an email for influence, like typically we'll write collaborations here, but you can only get, I think it's up to 30 characters or 50 characters. So you want to make sure that you are, not overfilling those. And then here, now having your own keywords or your own hashtags, this is where you begin to really build your own influence. So think about now, like for instance, our family uses Be Unstoppable, right? We use Be Unstoppable. Now it's picked up by some very big corporations, so it's starting to get more diluted now. So we're starting to create our own other hashtags that we want to know and be known for. But Hanale's been owning, she started this hashtag just recently, Wear Slow. Now, it's all her content though. So when you pick your own hashtag, look what starts to happen. People then start to either pick it up, they want to be part of it. But what happens when somebody sees your hashtag and it's something they've never seen before, right? Then they get to come and see content that's relatable. This is also how you can start dominating hashtags and growing your following, okay? By utilizing hashtags that are in your niche. How many of you guys right now are actually using hashtags in your yep, you guys can see? Okay, someone just said they can't see. You guys can see now? So I want to make sure they can. Yeah. Well, how many of you right now are using hashtags in your posts? But how many of you, okay, if you are, how many of you though can say that you're using hashtags in your posts, but you're ranking in number 1, number 2, or at least the top 9? The objective is to start posting not only epic content, but then start utilizing hashtags that you can start ranking on. This is how you're going to start growing what you do, your following organically. Okay. Now that means typically the number is up to 30 hashtags. That can get a little messy. I pretty much focus on between minimum. I'm picking my 7 hashtags right now that I want to rank on. And then of course, growing into that up into like sometimes 20 or 30. But if you pick right now, so everyone today should focus on and look at what is my niche and what are the hashtags. If I can search for them, I'll go back live. It looks like Facebook might let me or Instagram might let me. If you can start ranking on your own hashtags, take a look at this. So once you begin to have a base following, this is the thing. This is why also by the end of this call, I'm going to show you guys how many of you guys can get part of our growth campaigning, because having growth not only allows people to realize, ooh, you're an influencer, just because they see numbers now, but you start to grow your impact and your influence because you are having more people liking and commenting. And the objective for you is to actually get in discovery or get into the explore, but also to own hashtags. So I'm going to give you a couple hacks what you can start doing in stories and in your posts. But take a look. So this is mine, right? I'm a brand strategist. I wanted to own this. Take a look at though. I wrote down and started researching in Instagram. It'll give you, right, all the related hashtags that people are searching for. It'll give you the numbers, the amount. So the recommended number to really own something is something under 100,000, like anywhere between 20 and 100,000 people are using those hashtags. What happens? If you want to follow someone that has that hashtag, you're going to follow the hashtag and it's going to show up in your timeline. So what happens when your post, your epic content shows up in a hashtag that somebody likes? They're going to click on it. So take a look at this. I've been ranking number 1 in this brand strategist hashtag. Now, my following is starting to grow organically. And what happens is they now see my content, they're going to my page, then they start looking at my page, they start following. Now remember, if you've got low numbers, it is a lot harder. I'll be totally honest. It's harder to do it because they get there and you've got only a couple hundred and you could have thousands. That's when people start to grow bigger. So there is a reason why we're starting to really encourage you to get support. We call it like growth support. So you have that base 10,000 follower foundation, your world changes. Okay, but if you look at, so mine's brand strategist, best-selling book. Best-selling book has got about 30,000 hashtags. Or 30,000, yeah.
Excuse me, your screen is not changing.
Oh, okay, thanks. Let's take a look at that again. Thank you. Or where was I? Was I just seeing my face?
Mm-hmm. You can start sharing again.
There you go. Great.
There you go.
See it now? Great, thanks for that. Yeah, Zoom gets a little funny. Okay, great, thanks guys. Okay, so I want you to see here. So now, this is my hashtag that I want to own. That means every post that I make, I use that hashtag. Now, second way to own a hashtag and to get more organic following is to use that same hashtag in your story. No one is doing this, so this is truly a hack. I now, in my stories, when I'm either doing a video or I'm making a post, I will use this hashtag. What happens, and I'm going to see if I can go live, and I'll try to show you, is I will show up in their active stories for this hashtag. It's a major growth campaign. I've been doing this heavily for Hanalei. She has been owning the top of all her hashtags. So take a look. So right, Amazon bestseller. I'm still ranking in the top 9 or right in the bottom 9, and then I hit Amazon bestseller #1. Now this is the deal. When you hit #1, your face goes in the profile, and what happens? Boom, 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 boom. I started seeing rapid amounts of followers on this post. I'm like, what did I do? And then I checked my hashtags. I ranked #1 for this one. So I want all of you to look at what's my niche. Go in, write them down, and just start searching. And let me see if I'll show you guys, see if I can go and pull it up, right? Start searching for your specific hashtag. So let's go here. And let's take a look at, let's see. So let's look at, give me a hashtag that one of you might have. I will give, for example, let's say, let me just think of men's.
Hey, Rhonda, it's not changing again.
Ah, darn it. Darn Zoom. It's quite tricky. Thanks, everyone. It happens a lot. All right, there we go. All right, so look, so that we can look at men's fashion, right? Men's law. Do you see how men search for men's stuff, right? Hanale's a men's fashion. Give me a hashtag that you guys might have, or in your trophy life. Okay, Robert, your trophy life is your hashtag though. Okay, so I'm going to ask you this. It's good that you're creating it, but your trophy life is yours. And I'm going to suggest there's probably not very many followers. Now, I do suggest you use it consistently, right? Because it's yours, and I can tell it's all your posts. Now, if you keep using it, somebody's going to follow it. But now let's look at your personal niche, right? And let's look at how you can grow your account with the people, because your targets are men, right? So is it like, let's say, men's life coach? Let's just look at something like that, right? Still a bit lower. So let's look at, and usually on your phone, it actually gives you all the recommended. I don't think it's going to do that for me here on my computer. Let me see if it'll open it up. It's starting to get sticky again, which I don't like. Let's look at men's coach, right? Let's look at something like that. So now we're getting a little bit bigger, right? So I want you to think about this. You go through and you look for hashtags that are between 20,000 and 100,000. I'm hitting some at 400,000 or 500,000 now. But look at this. So now you're going to go in with this hashtag and you're going to see, yeah, it's not changing. I think we're back to the drama, okay? But now you can see the kind of content. So we know what content people actually like, right? So in this one, not as many posts and not a huge amount of following, but look at, if you have guys that are following this, right, 3,800, and you post something epic, like this is pretty cool, right? They like this dude, right? This guy, they're gonna click on it. We're gonna go onto it. This guy's pretty, looks like he's owning this. Let's take a look at him. He's a male business coach, right? So what happens? You got this guy, he's a male's business coach, because that's the hashtag he's using heavily. Right now you get to see what they're doing. Then I would go and look at what other hashtags he's using if people like it. So you start to find, if you find your top 7 or 10 hashtags, now you're going to start creating your following. It's a little bit different when you're going on the computer, so I apologize if it seems a bit. Let's go for another one. Who's got something else that they have? Yeah, you seeing that? Good, I'm glad. Okay, great. I'm glad you guys are finding this, because it does seem basic, but this is such a big way to grow your following so fast. And true, right? Organically. Now, if you have epic content, I keep saying that, I have to keep saying this, because look at the difference. And even this is epic content. You can actually have a killer account where you're just curating or you're writing killer stuff that people like. Now, they may not comment on it because it's not as cool. That's why the moves are going from like truth-looking content where you're writing killer stories. Like, this is pretty cool. It's this dude talking about his kid, but people are following him, so they're liking what he's talking about. That's epic, right? So photo shoots are a big deal. Like, that's why all of our clients that come to our events do photo shoots. Okay, see this? Like, find epic shit like this and go follow what they're doing, and then find out what content now they are tagging. See, he doesn't have a lot of followers, but let's just see. Men's coach, that's another big one. Life coach, right? Men's life coach. Those seem to be pretty strong keywords. Boom. This is a big one though, 5 million. Don't focus on this one as much, right? Don't focus on this one too much. Let me show you mine. Like, I'm using brand strategist, right? I may not be on there now because I didn't make a post right away, but you have to be consistent, right? Every day. Let's see if I'm on there still. This will be a good live check for me. Yeah, so this chick's still there. She's crushing it. What happens is this. Once you're there, people are liking your stuff, then if they keep hitting it, you stay up there, they keep following you, right? Let's see where my stuff dropped out. I didn't post in the last couple of days. Right, but mine's dropped. Look at this. This is a pure reason to really focus on your hashtag, okay? You got to stay consistent. I'm going to see hers because she's been present for a while. But even take a look. She doesn't even have, this is the best part. She doesn't even have a lot of likes on hers, does she? I mean, I get thousands, but people are loving this image. And it's because right when you post it, she got a lot of attraction right away, right? So that means she started getting comments. Now take a look. This is why in the beginning, when I started this call, I said comments, likes, and engagement is massive, bigger than you can imagine. That's why we have all kinds of syndication groups. We have them in our private groups. I've got WhatsApp ones. I've got ones that are in Influencer Secrets. Commenting on each other's stuff is vital. But remember, people want to engage with epic content, okay? So look at this. What happened? She's got only 417 likes, but she's staying on the top. Why? Because she had 48 comments. So look at her comment to like ratio. Do you see the difference? So we can trick Instagram in the beginning by immediately, when you make a post, all of your network and our network that we've put together comments on it right away at the same time when you post. Because we're going to start doing an Influencer Secret saying, okay, everyone post by 7 a.m. or like 5 p.m. Eastern is when the Influencer Secrets post drops that says, put your new posts here. If everyone at 5 p.m. Eastern drops their links inside Influencer Secrets post, and everyone comments and drops at that time, this is what happens. This is what happens, right? You get that? Okay, I'm going to go back to your guys' comments because it's so cool when you skip, okay, word porn. That's a good one, actually. I love that. Okay, cool. Okay, good question. Why not focus on big ones? Well, this is why. If we focus on the big ones, we turn into small fish. That's why. Even this one, I've been hard trying to get high in this one, and it's hard to get in there. Because there's a lot of people, right? So if you hit it, you'll get big numbers. So we've been focusing on really watching the posts. So if you go too big, then you're a small fish. Look, imagine if you got 30 to 50,000 word porn. That was a good one from Andi. Good one, Andi. Because Andi is a story writer. She writes stories and teaches people how to launch their own story and write their own book. Okay, big one though, Andi. Use it, but let's look at, now if, I'm gonna do it on my phone because my phone will give me the related, right? So we'll do this together, and I apologize that I can't show you guys on my phone, but let me do this for you over here, Andi, on my phone, because it'll tell me what are the related ones. Now, word porn is pretty big, right? Still use it, because if you rank one day because somebody followed your post so big and you pop up, you'll get a mass amount of following. So look, let's just give you a for instance. If you're using this, right, and that means that many people are following, that many posts are being made. Can you imagine all of a sudden yours hits and you get brrr, right? That's what you'll start to see if you focus on your hashtags. And watch it. Watch what people are posting. So we're going to use some of these. I'm going to get my phone, though, says word porn. Related is words of wisdom. So let's take a look at that one. Words of wisdom. Is this helping you guys, by the way? Is this helping? All right, good. For the live ones. Okay, check it out. Okay, so this is a girl's, this is her actual account. So she's got very low followers. This is, I actually followed the wrong one. Let me do hashtag words of wisdom. It's totally different here on my phone. Okay, words of encouragement. There we go. Let's see, I tapped in a girl. Right, here's another one. This could be a really good one for you. Words of encouragement. People are watching this. This is where you do quotes. You do things that are inspiring to people, right? Right? So now you start putting things that are inspiring. So this is a good example. People use a lot of text. Now it's losing a lot of its luster, but you can do it in a really sexy way. Look at this. There is a special way. Now, if you're using Canva, if you don't know what Canva is, use Canva. It snapshots are perfect, gives you the exact format, but I would select and use timeline, remember, not square. Use profile, portrait. Okay, because these are not looking as sexy, right? But again, if you can use text, but just make them with sexy images. Make them match. Make it sit in the center. All right, your followers will love you for it. Okay, let's look at another one, babe. This is another really cool stuff. Is if you can actually get in their top videos, and we're going to talk about video in a minute because right now IGTV is killing it. Okay, and those of you that have worked with me in the past. Use IGTV or you have video, you're going to use IGTV immediately. Yeah, you getting this? Go, okay, good one, Star. Stay wild, do life differently. Okay, there we go. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. You will start to grow if once your influence, once your numbers are higher, you have a lot more leverage. Let me be totally honest. Sarah, you're part of the Influencer Secrets group, so you're part of our growth campaign. That means that Sarah's numbers are going to start growing rapidly, and you're going to see your influence shift so quickly. And the ones that have been following you are all of a sudden you're going to notice, right? And they're going to start liking, okay? Stay wild. That's one point. That's still a big one, right? But then you look at, let's say if we started finding other hashtags. It's harder here. It's better on my phone. Let's say stay wild. Let's say, what if you did something Mauritius? I don't even know if I spelled it right. Mauritius, right? Is that how you spelled Mauritius? Yeah. Okay, so there's Mauritius. What if we did Mauritius travel? Right? Mauritius travel. So that's got 2,000. Start finding other hashtags that could become geo-targeted or that could be more relatable to grow your following. What if we did, let's say, give me some other ones, guys. I'm just going to want you to get this feeling, right? Maybe I think we have some women business coaches in here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, you getting this? Okay. Do life differently. Let's check on that one. Do life differently. Okay, do life differently. So not very many, but now if you go on your phone, you'll start to find ones that have a higher level of followings. Like that one, it seems like a good idea, doesn't it? But you got to get really good at starting to research your hashtags. I'm telling you, because this kind of stuff will happen to you consistently. That's how you grow organically. Look at Hannah Lane's, okay? Now we're going to go into video. And again, remember, like I mentioned, I had to put these together last second because I wanted to go super live. So I'm going to go back to some live stuff in a minute. But this is a good one to look at. And who has film here? Any kind of film, to be honest, right now. Any kind of film. Instagram is absolutely loving film, IGTV. But what they're doing is something really cool. Anytime now you uploaded a video over 1 minute, only uploaded on IGTV, because IGTV now is giving a preview of your video and they're growing your views, okay? So Hannah Lane now, because we've been heavily focusing on video, she is #1 in fast fashion. Fast fashion, you can't see the numbers. It's like over like 8 billion followers. Like it's insane. 8 million followers, not billion. 8 million some followers. She's the #1 video. Why? because her video instantly got attention. Obviously, it's a killer video, right? But we did it with my iPhone, so don't worry. We did it with my iPhone. We just put some of the text of what I was talking about on there. And now she got hit, right? So she hit the top. Her views grew rampantly, all right? So IGTV right now, if you are doing any type of, for instance, daily shows, weekly shows, you'll notice I do our Help Me Rhonda show. I'm starting to put my videos on my Instagram account, and we're growing using the hashtags. Remember, it's not just posting. It's posting with the right hashtags so the right people are watching and engaging, okay? High fashion, now that's not a big one, but guess what? She's #1. So this video alone got over 10,000 followers, 10,000 likes. But what happens? They go to her account, they see she's got 50,000 followers. What happens? They're immediately gonna follow and look at more. Again, I'm saying this because this is why we've put together Influencer Secrets, to not only help our clients blow up their brand, but leverage numbers, leverage growth numbers. All right, I love this. Okay, me fly fishing or me in Bali and thinking of more ideas. Okay, so fly fishing would be a good one, Robert. Let me see. I think I showed this to all of you guys before if you were part of one of our other talks, but this is what's happening on IGTV. Same post, 318 views. We did it on IGTV with a preview, 3,000 views. Like, remarkable difference. All right, let me go over here now. Let's see. Let me go to, like, where slows Hanale's. Use your own. She's got her own, but then we get into finding where people are looking. This is the secret to growing your account organically, okay? This is your secret right now. Otherwise, you're just posting and no one's looking, no eyeballs. And it doesn't mean marketing, right? It just means getting a little bit of juice. That foundation is so vital. Because how many times can you imagine going to somebody's post and you're like, they got 100 followers, I don't want to follow them, right? Because it's sexy to have only following 500 people, but having 58,000 followers. That's sexy, right? Having engagement, right? People want that. And again, I know this sounds superficial, but diva numbers matter. Having the numbers instantly changes your perception, especially if you're building a business, right? If you're a coach, if you got a lot of people liking and following you, it matters. Okay, but now we're doing a little hack, giving you growth numbers hack, and then we're showing you how to organically grow your comments, your likes, and your influence. You getting that? So look, take a look at how to. So check this out. If you notice, right now we are about a 3-to-1, if not right now, almost every post we've been using as video and IGTV, and this is why. Look at this, 5,700 views. Now, yeah, she's got a big account. Let me go to mine then, okay? So we don't, like, mine is not the best. Hanale's a rock star. I just started focusing on mine, okay? I want you to see how vital, how important you guys can do it right away too. Okay, so I got 20,000, but mine was only from my speaking stuff. I wasn't doing a great job. I wasn't interacting. I wasn't caring about commenting. I just got serious about 2 weeks ago, and I'm not kidding. And you start to see my content shift. Look at my content now. Right? So this was a great image. Let me just give you an example, okay? Number one, as you're posting, you have to have a title header, something that makes people go lean in, okay? Ladies, do it for them. Like, what does that mean? But it's totally related to this image, isn't it? With me and Hanale. It's got emotion, it's connecting. I tell stories. We tell stories. That's what engages human beings. We love stories. So if we tell a little bit of a story and I'm like digging in, right? Now, asking questions, that creates engagement organically, right? But so take a look. So so we use this here. Now, I immediately got a big amount of comments. But look what happened. A lot of these comments come from our network, making sure I'm always replying back. So I'm gaining. Every time you reply back, it adds on a comment. So I got 1,200 people liked it. Right? And it grew rapidly, and more people start seeing it because why? I'm hitting brand strategists. This is the one that actually hit #1. Personal branding are mine. Women in business. You guys can, I save my hashtags in a note file and I copy and paste them. I'm heavily working towards CEO life right now. I really love CEO life. Boom, a beer, one of our private clients, a beer. These are yours as well. See, look, whoa, check us out. We're in there. We're still in grid. We're in number 6th place. But check it out. See, now look at CEO Life, 357,000. Right? I've been focusing on these, but they got to be a lifestyle. They got to be something that is impactful. This one, not so great. I can't actually believe it's there. But people liked it right away. See, and they started getting, they hit it. So look, I'm at like 1,200. Do you realize how many people I'm getting from CEO Life? They're going to my page. That means if I'm focusing on these hashtags, I've got to be giving people CEO Life feels, right? That's why I'm doing them. If you notice, I'm doing lifestyle, then business stuff. Lifestyle, family, business stuff. Like I'm focusing here. All right, let's go analyze this one. Is this helping you guys, by the way? Let me make sure it's helping you guys, because this is like the psyche that I started to realize. I'm like, okay, find my hashtags, epic content, headliner post, and then focus on the content talking to the image. The texts are no longer on my images. It just isn't as sexy anymore for my people, right? So like, all right, so this one, I hit this one on CEO Life. Boom. Look at how many likes and comments we ended up getting, right? Now, boss lady mindset. That's another one of mine that I'm working for. Now, it's a big one. Still, it's 200,000. I've hit this one a few times, but I don't see myself here. So that means I got to get better at it. Now, this is how I'm getting better at it. Right, and a lot of it is also, some of these are, these are top posts, sorry. Top posts, and then also it gives us top posts, and it gives us archived posts as well. So you get to see top and recent, okay? And your recents could be the most frequent, but once you start hitting these, right, now you start getting that following. So this is what I've been focusing on now. And I'm going to show you guys another really killer one, because let's go back to mine, because I wanted to show you guys Hanalé's, content is epic. But check this out. This is a video. So I went, instead of using it as a post, we took the video. You can select the cover. So select the cover that matches what your timeline is. Right? And a lot of people, especially travel niches, they use colors that are appropriate, like they really match. Because mine's personal, I keep mine very red and blue. Notice? See this? How all my stuff is kind of matching. I'm keeping the hues right. There are filters. We'll talk about filters later. There's a whole different way to make it look sexy, and I'll bring on some influencers on that. Right now I'm getting everyone the foundation for it. But when you go to IGTV, you upload your videos in IGTV. They create the thumbnail. You can create and select your own thumbnail. And then it not only plays in IGTV, but it also creates a 1-minute post. So it gives a 1-minute preview of your film. You can now add in links that are clickable on IGTV, because we can't click them on posts anymore, or ever. You have to go in the link in the bio. So now, do you guys see what's happening? They're starting to make it more appealing, and they want to keep us inside. Does that make sense? Yeah? All right, I want to make sure you guys are getting this. So I'm not going to go too deep, because I don't want to, yeah, okay. Insta beats for our DJ. Yeah, these are, okay, good. All right, so now you guys, your minds are moving, right? Where you're like, okay, I now realize epic content. It's got to be right profile size, not the square boxes. Don't zoom in. Keep it profiled. Epic content. You're going to know the difference. iPhones have made it easy. You can start using portrait. It actually really makes it a lot more beautiful, right, by using portrait. And you can edit it a bit. You don't have to be a sexy photographer. Just do it. Make sure it's epic. Headline, right? Sexy headlines that pulls people in. Give them something. Using emojis is great, actually. People like emojis. I'm not a big fan, but people like them. Depends on your niche, right? And then, of course, now find your hashtags. I recommend getting 7 that you just go hard on. And we're going to keep doing that, especially inside of Influencer Secrets. When you hit, I want you to take a snapshot. Whoa, check this out. I ranked, right? Because it's a big deal. And then you'll start to see that it works. Now let's... Yeah, okay, good. Dr. Germain, you would have really great ones with your women. Like, you really can start ranking with the, with what you do with women and hair growth, and like start, even if you want to do local, like start doing, using the local hashtag with your, hair growth, the certain things that you do. I forgot, my words are popping off me for your niche, but there's really specific things that you can educate on, and that's what people are searching for, because they want to see sexy stuff. Okay, but remember, it's got to be great, epic content. Okay, let me see here. If you guys have any more questions, I'll take those again. But again, this is the reason why I showed you Instagram TV, is because of this. Is because we are getting bigger and badder views because of IGTV. And the views are, it's stunning. This is 2 days later, right? Exact same video, 300 to 2,000. So they want to show you it. Now, I actually put this on here first. A lot of people will ask, because we did Influencer Secrets, and what we had offered, if you're already in it, this is great, but we are now, anyone that's becoming part of Influencer Secrets will also get the our growth campaign. So you're now not only going to get 10,000 followers and growth per month, you'll get in our growth campaign, so you get 10,000 followers, we guarantee that, so that you now have a bulk. And when you join the group, and where you'll be part of now an ongoing. Before we said we were only going to do it for 4 weeks. Once you're in the group, you get to stay, and as long, especially if you're staying on growth, right? Because we want to see you grow, and we know that once you guys hit your 10,000 numbers, is your account will change. The way that people view your accounts will change. You'll get better, more visibility, more likes. And that's exactly the same thing that happens on Facebook, right? We're working on organic Facebook Lives, bringing people forward, and then you're able to make offers. Same thing happens within Instagram as well, and leveraging your influence. This is also how we get free travel. I just got, Brian just got like 4 nights, $1,800 worth of stay, because when your numbers are strong, now you're also an influencer. So there's different accounts. Like we're talking today more so about business, but Mike was supposed to come. He may not be joining us today. May have gotten, oh, he is. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's perfect timing, because we're going to talk now. Michael, Graziano is he runs a travel account, so right, niche accounts, travel, totally different than if you're running a business account. Like your content looks different, it's more travel related, your hashtags are very different, but now you're actually able to utilize your influence for your getting free stuff, travel. Like you're able to now say, look, this is where my influence is. And there's certain pages that we create that shows your proof campaigns. We reach out everywhere we go. We reach out and say, look, we're coming to your location. We will be filming, or we'd like to come, or would you like to collaborate? We've got special emails. In fact, people, it's inside of Influencer Secrets. When we start talking about collaborations and getting brand deals, and you don't have to have big following. You can literally have anywhere from 1 to 3,000 followers. But it's when you are coming, you have very specific engagements, right? When people like your content, it doesn't matter how many you've got. It just matters that they're engaging, and that's why we're building our engagement network, so that you can have more influence right away. So that you could go to someone and say, look, I am an influencer, this is my Instagram account, and I get incredible following, my audience is engaging, and then they give you free rooms, or they give you free stay. You get to have lunches. When Hanalay's got ice cream, she gets everything for free because she covers them in her Instagram. Now, if Michael's going to come, it's starting to get a little bit later. We might just, if he's not here yet. But there's one thing I want to remind everyone is, like I was sharing, we are using now in our stories. Let me see if I can pull mine up if it didn't posted last night. Okay, so these are my stories, right? Well, look.
My last
now that was a
post,
funny hashtag. But you start,
top leadership speak.
right?
I'll give you the link to go watch
I'm
the free
putting this link, but now
masterclass.
I have see more. When you have 10,000 followers, you get to do swipe ups. That means you get to put a link inside. So I just did a story post, and then my link sent them to my media kit, right? We're getting people now go, okay, finally I need a media kit, right? Because I'm telling them what to do, right? So I'm moving them forward. Now this is, new post. So what you can do, and this is something that all of you should start doing, I'm going to give you some examples, is using your hashtags to go inside of their stories. So for instance here, when I do, let's see if I can have any examples for you guys. By the way, every one of you guys that are actually part of our Influencer Secrets group, you'll get I'll run your numbers for you from the start and from the end. Let's see if I got any hashtags in here that you guys can look at. We just figured it out, right? So you want to add in your hashtags. I don't think it's not in my stories for here. But think about it. Oh, you guys aren't even seeing my page. That's why you didn't see it. I was looking at stuff and you guys weren't looking at it. You got to tell me right away, because otherwise that thing becomes really annoying. Is in your stories, if you're doing stories, put your hashtags in your stories, because people then are now you're growing inside of their story. Let me see, actually, let's see if I can do this here, and you guys can, let's see if we can follow, see if it'll work this quickly, because this was a few days old. Let's see if I can edit it, and see if I can edit. No, it won't let me do it in here. I was going to try to see if I could add it and see if I can put it in the story. Yeah, maybe I can. Let's see. Watch this. Okay, so let me see. Because you guys can do the same thing. It's pretty fun. When you start to play with it, you kind of get addicted to it. But the whole objective is getting yourself in discovery, and you get in discovery by consistently posting and people immediately liking, and then of course it grows. Let me go to my account here. Let's see if I can do this. You guys will be able to test. I'll do CEO Life and see if I make it inside there, okay? All right. All right, hey everyone. Okay, so I am now working, this is the CEO Life, right? Which is, I'm doing one of my webinars right here. I got the beautiful Bali heat behind me. I'm in no shoes. Like, this is the ultimate, not only CEO life, but digital nomadic life, being able to work and travel all over the world. Make sure to swipe up if you want to check out and see how I can help you bring your business completely online so you can live a CEO life that is totally digital nomadic. All right, so that just was trying to think off the top of my head. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and I'm going to put a location. So locations are huge in posts, of course, and in stories. So I'm going to do Bali as a location, Canggu, Bali as a location, because people, they love finding locations. Then I'm going to tag hashtag just CEO Life. Now, CEO Life, all right, that's what I've been working on. And then I'm going to do digital nomad. Okay, I'm going to use the actual hashtag now because you can only do one on the gift. So I'm going to do digital nomad. Okay. Now you can stuff them, meaning you can hide them behind stuff. You can make them small. Don't make them sticky and ugly because people actually don't like it. So you have to be really selective. Or you can even hide them in the corner. Like I just hid that one in the corner. Barely see it, right? So I'm trying to stuff hashtags sometimes. Okay. And then I can do Bali life. All right. Or Bali business. Let's do Bali business. Let's see if that's even one of. Yeah, all right, so some people have used it. Okay, so we're just having a play here. Okay, now I'm gonna go to my CEO Life, my favorite hashtag, right? So what I've been working on. Let's see if anything happened. Now, sometimes it doesn't happen right away. I'm just trying to do this on the fly so we can be super cool and see if it works. Now, it may have been too quick, but probably not for my story. Now, we'll go back to this and I'll come back and I'll show you guys if it did work later on. Let's see if anything just happened right here in this story yet. That would be cool if it did. Come on, baby.
And today I needed to just
but it will.
myself.
I guarantee it will. So it's just too soon, okay? It will. It happens every single time. It's just a little too soon. But I'll take a snapshot to prove it to you guys. You guys cool with that? Yeah, because it's super fun. Now, again, this is how an impactful way that we can start leveraging using your Instagram. So this is the deal. Any of you guys that are here, you're going to keep watching. We'll start giving you a lot more insights on growth. Probably in the next call, we'll talk about contests, how to grow your numbers using contests, because that's actually what Michael's going to help us do. It's the way he came here, but I know it's getting late. We'll talk about growing numbers, but start off now. Please keep track. If you've got your hashtags, if you've been really growing, let us know if you hit any top hashtags and if you start to see your numbers grow. And anyone that is here that's not part of our growth campaigns as of yet, we have a link that you guys can go to, which is, and I'll show you guys what the page looks like, so you can just learn about it. I want you just to learn about it because it's a really, this is their influencer secrets. I want you guys to go here. Here you go. You go here to, we'll talk about it. You'll get access right away. Let's see where it's at. That's the registration page. That's when you put your inputs in. Let me give you guys, where is that page at? Let's see. Let me pull it up over here. You can go to our, and I'll drop, Larcy, you can drop that in this group as well. You guys can take a look. We're talking about Instagram and then what it takes to get access to growing. Anyone here, yeah, we can add the link in there, sure. Larcy, can you please add the link in there for these guys? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and then that way now what happens is that you're now not only part of our Influencer Secrets group, you'll be now getting bi-weekly calls at all times now. It's a completely new and different group that we're creating. So we have a lot of influencers I've got lined up. Next week we'll talk about contest and growth, and we have Facebook ads. So we're bringing everything social together. And then with your membership, you get 10,000 followers on your Instagram account. So we give you that base, that first base, which is how to use swipe ups. And then, of course, once you get the base, you'll be getting anywhere from 5 to 1,000 likes in each post. So now you can start leveraging your influence and your position. If you know me, of course, we are about building brands. Having a strong positioning is what helps people build their brands. I'm just going to grab that link because I didn't see that being added on there quite yet for you guys. There you go. There you go, Larcy Jarrett. Great, excellent. Or Brian grabbed it. So that's the link there. No, that's actually, you gave him the wrong one, Brian. There's the last one. The one that I just put is the correct one. It'll allow you guys to see exactly what it's all about, what the growth campaigns are about. And then if you want to join, you'll be able to join us inside the group. And so now it's like a club. And once you're in, you get in inner circle prices forever. We've got inner circle price points and, of course, non-member. Non-members are those that just try to jump in once and they're out. If you do inner circle, then you just stay consistent. We ask that you say, I'm going to commit to 3 months, because that way we know after 3 months you'll have really strong growth and we'll really be able to help you build it. Otherwise, you can just pop in whenever you want to, and that's the non-member price points. But there you go, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I got a lot of value out of today's call. Again, this is going to go inside of our membership site, so you can be able to reference all of these, and we'll continue to do these every other week. But our mission is always to help you grow your influence, grow your impact, and grow your business if that's what you're doing, and show you other ways you can start leveraging social and your social influence to change the world. So thanks for showing up, everyone. Please share more. If you got something out of this, hashtag Influencer Secrets. Tell people about it and ask them. We also do allow those that refer people to joining inside this group. If you refer 4 people, then you also get 10,000 followers. You get to join the group for free. So that's how we roll it. So it makes it a lot of fun. All right, everyone, have a great one. And don't forget to be unstoppable. Cheers, everyone. Bye, guys.